What is my coming out story? Lord help. Woo. We might need to get some alcohol for that one. My coming out story, I think, is pretty typical for most Southern black men. I grew up in the church, and I was taught, yes, Jesus loves me. Y'all remember that song? Yes, Jesus loves me, unless your ass is gay. And, you know, that's what I was taught. I was taught that at home. I was taught that in church.
My coming out story is it's different. It's different. I say that because I came out to my mom while she was on the toilet. It was big news. I wanted to make sure she was sitting down.
My coming out story. It's hard to say. I feel like I came out so many times. When I was a really young kid, I was really into drawing like nightgowns. So you could argue I came out at 6 or 5. But I guess I didn't more appropriately come out until I was in early college. Back in high school, some of my gay friends came out, and I could tell they were like, I'm gay. And they were hitting me with the how about you, but I just wasn't ready. Even though I knew I was gay, I just like was not ready to say it out loud.
The first group of people that I was coming out to were my classmates in high school. I was lucky though. I was very lucky that I was coming out at a time when a lot of black gay men of our generation were standing up, you know, and they were saying, you know, I'm gay and this is good.
Finally in college, felt a little more distance from my traditional foreign family, came out. I even made a really lame CD, like a mixed CD called The Late Orientation. I'm so embarrassed. I thought that was really cool because it was like I was really in my feelings, and I thought it was cool that I was discovering myself while away from home.
I was about 17 years old, and I was months away from college, maybe about a month away from college, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. I have nothing to lose. My housing deposit was already paid for me living on campus. I was like, let's just do it. So I went to my mother's room, and I waited for her to go into the bathroom, and as soon as she shut the door behind her, I knocked on it and said, hey, I'm bisexual. Yes, I know, I am a proud member of the Buy Now, Gay Later program. As soon as those words left my lips, I never heard a toilet flush so fast in my life.
Finally came out to my parents around 25, which was late. But it was a relief because I always joke like, I was glad to know that now they knew I was a normal gay guy as opposed to like a straight weirdo. Now they knew I'd been spending my time sleeping with men, not just alone murdering people.
She came out, rushed out, and we sat and we talked. Just with her being in denial, saying, no, you're not, that's a sin, shame, shame, shame. And I went to my room, shut the door behind me, and proceeded to bawl like a baby. She knocked on my door, saw me upset, saw me crying, and I kid you not, opened up her arms and said, it's okay, Eddie Murphy is too. And we hugged.
Tips for coming out, man, my tips for coming out are drop a lot of hints. I mean, let your freak flag fly. For me, I felt almost my taste in music like came out for me because I was only listening to Spice Girls, Aqua, Alice DJ. My taste in music is even gayer than I am.
I say this all the time, and someone told me this and I thought it was brilliant. If you're going to come out, do it on April 1st. Here's why. You say the words, you say, hey, loved one, relative, person I'm close to, I'm gay, I'm bi, I'm trans, I'm whatever, and they'll give you a reaction, and if it's not the one that you would like, you can be like, aha, April Fools. And if they're really cool and opening and welcoming to the idea of it, just go along with it, keep it going, because that's the reaction that you want. Just make sure you're able to test the waters.
If you are, you are. Like, I mean, come on.
I think gay people have some type of confidence that we exude. Even though we may not be as confident, we have a certain level of confidence that just,
Yeah, especially if you are gay and you are comfortable with yourself, then trust me, people gonna know.
And even if you're insecure about
not
yourself,
even
that
have to
even
be
shows.
flamboyant.
Because all the gay
but
people
just-
see like, oh, honey, you really need, you really need, come out of your shell, come out.
My biggest tip for coming out is wait until you're ready. Wait until you're safe enough to do it. A lot of people will hype you up and they'll say, you need to go home and you need to tell your daddy, who you know is a raging Christian who will whoop your ass, you know, and put you out of his house and you don't got nowhere to go, especially if you're in a rural town like, you know, West Kim Bubblefuck, Mississippi somewhere. You can't go home and come out to your dad because you don't want to be homeless in the sticks, boo-boo. Don't allow anybody to pressure you into coming out unless you want to come out. And it's something that mentally and psychologically you're going to have to prepare yourself for because everyone's coming out experience is not the same.
Be honest, be expressive, and you know, those who matter won't mind, those who mind don't matter. And I think even if your parents have a hard time with it, be prepared to have a patient conversation with them about it. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how willing they are to learn.
There's no one way to come out. There's no right or wrong way to come out. Just do whatever feels right to you. You know your environment, you know your people, you know your situation best. So do what's best for you. Or you could just send them this video. It's a real subtle way to do it.